Hi, I'm Pam Leese with the Nebraska Humane Society, and we're undergoing a multi-million-dollar renovation project here at the shelter. We've actually started it, and so you're going to have to navigate a little bit differently. This is the main building behind me, and what we've done is moved adoptions out. That's the public area in the front. However, all the other services remain in this building, but the main entrance is not accessible anymore. So you're going to need to go to the left side entrance, the east side entrance of the shelter. You'll do that for lost and found pets if you're looking for a pet or if you've found one stray. You'll do that if you need to license. You'll do that if you need to drop off wildlife or injured animals that you're bringing in. You'll want to go there for private pet cremation. And any of those services that you would normally do in the shelter other than adoptions, still happening in the shelter. You'll just go into the east side door, still on the front of the building, but on the east side, go in there and they'll direct you to what you need to do. Now, if you want to adopt, it's in a different building. That's the only thing that's in the next building over for the public, but it's to the left. So you'll head to the next building to the left side, all the way over across the parking lot, and then you'll actually go through the parking lot and enter on the east side of that building. So it's to the far left. The entrance on the main building to the far left, or all the way over on the east side building, entrance on the far left. That'll be for adoptions, and that's the way that you can see animals if you're looking for a new family member. We know this is inconvenient, but we know that at the end of this, it's going to be a beautiful new area, both for adoptions and for housing adoptable animals. So hopefully we'll get them out of here even more quickly. Hi guys, it's Pam Leese from the Nebraska Humane Society, and we thought it'd probably be a good idea to give you guys a look at how to navigate our campus during our renovation. In case you don't know, the main building, public areas are all closed now. Those are basically the adoption areas for people to go into. So we've moved our adoptions to our old building, which is one building east on the campus. So we're in that building right now, and we're going to tell you how to find adoptable animals. So when you walk in, the first thing that you're going to see is our gift shop. This is Animal Outfitters. You used to see it in the lobby right by the door. It's still here. You can still find all different kinds of pet supplies here to be able to outfit your pet if you adopt and go home. So this is the entrance. It's also the exit. But if you want to adopt, you're going to need to find an adoption application. And that is this way. We're going to go to the left and find the adoption check-in. I know, it's like a maze. It's a little less open than it used to be, but check it out. Here we are in the adoption check-in area. So in this area, we have some of our long-term dogs that are up there and some of our adoptable animals, so you can check and look at those while you're waiting for an adoption counselor. But first, come over here and grab a survey, either a cat adoption, critter, or dog, depending on what you want to adopt. Grab it, you can grab a little clipboard here and grab a pen, and that way when you go through the adoption kennels, you'll be able to note who you want to meet. You're going to come back here to turn this in along with your identification in order to meet an animal. If you don't see anybody that you want, that's okay. But if you've got this filled out, if you've got this ready to go, then let's go. Now, if you want to see dogs, come out here, dog adoption to the left. It's kind of a maze, so we're going to go down a long hallway. This is the old school way of doing it. These are our old kennels, so it's kind of interesting the way it was laid out. So you're going to go this way, again to the right, dog adoption this way, and there are some kennels. This is a general kennel. Anybody can go in and check out the general dogs that are in here. So we've got different dogs. Kennel cards are on the fronts, and right now we're doing a little bit of cleaning because it's morning, but the kennel cards are on the front so you can check out dogs in here. The next kennel down has some of our special needs and Molly Project guys. These are guys that can't handle hustle and bustle in their kennels, so staff and volunteers only, but there are dogs in here. And if you want to meet any of the dogs in here, you simply have to ask, and they'll try to get you with those animals. They're right here as well. So we've got more dogs available that we'll show you. We're trying to give you as much information as possible, even though we're in a weird, cramped space right now. Now, if you whip around, we're going to go right through here. There are two more sets of dog kennels, one on the left and one on the right. You can go into either one of those, check out the dogs to see who you might want to adopt, who's comfortable. The kennel cards are right on the front of the kennels, so let's check it out. Come on in here. And you can see, so the lovely Tessa is in this kennel. She's a green girl, but it's got her information here, a picture of her, and then you can look over and see her. I know, right? There she is. Hi, Tess. Hi, baby girl. Hello, hello. So if Tess is someone that you might want to meet up close and personal, you mark that on your list, and then we'll take it back to the adoption counselors. So dogs in here, dogs in the other area. Now let's go back. You're going to go back the same way that you came to see to turn in your adoption application. So we're going to wind through the hallways. I know, poor Ryan on the camera is probably working not to trip over stuff because there's some stuff in here. But we'll wind back through the hallway, back here, and again. And you'll take that adoption application that you filled out. You're going to put your name and your address and all those things on it as well. And then you'll turn it in to the counter with an ID. And they'll check your ID, make sure there's nothing on your record that would indicate that you shouldn't have a pet. You'll turn it in here, and then you can hang out here to wait. This is kind of a great waiting area, actually, because we've got lots of information about some of the adoptable guys that you can read about. And then if you go into the next area, here's where all our critters are. Now, if you were interested in adopting a critter, you just come right in here from the adoption area and check out all the critters that we've got available. We've got guinea pigs and mice and birds and the turtles and all that are available in this room. And as you're waiting for an adoption counselor to meet with you so that you can meet a dog up close and personal, you can hang out in here and have some, interesting times with the critters. So it's a great way for people to have a chance to wait for an adoption counselor and have something that they can play with and see what's going on too. Look, we have a cockatiel. Who knew? All right, so if you're looking for a cat, when you come in or come out of the adoption area, you're going to go right. And we're going to go back through the area that you first entered in, which is our Animal Outfitters store. Here it is, again, with all the pet supplies. And you're going to go through this door, which at the time will be propped open. Also, this is where the restrooms are, so that's kind of nice. Restrooms are in here as well. Can you get through? There you go. I'll hold that open. So this is where kitties are. And our cats are in two big rooms. Again, you can come in, check out the kitties, and actually some of you may recognize these kennels. These are actually the kennels from our main building. But all the kitties are in here. Our fabulous volunteers are currently cleaning them. All of their adoption report cards are right on the front, so you can open that up, check it out, and see, oh my gosh, well, Pharaoh's a sweet boy looking for a new home. Let's see. He enjoys being petted. So, and it also says Pharaoh's not declawed. Sometimes it'll tell you they are declawed, sometimes it'll tell you they're not, but there's a little bit of info on the front of the kennel. So you can check him out. There's also some information about what he's eating, just because everybody's getting all their information from the front of the kennels now. So yes, you can come. Check out who you might want to meet. You noted on your adoption form, this is Cat Adopt 23 and this is Howard. So you would put that on your adoption form. Check out who it is that you might want to meet up close and personal. And again, we've got kitties on this side. There's another room of kitties as well. This is a little bit more rudimentary, but still the kitties are in good kennels. So they're over here in the kitty kennels. So these guys are ready for adoption. So some of these guys, we're working on making better accommodations for them because they're a little worried. Hi, buddy. Hi, bud. But anyway, everybody's got a kennel number. Everybody's got a kennel card, information about who they are. And so we don't want you to pull the cats out of these kennels. We want you to just meet and greet and see if that's somebody that you want to meet more up close and personal. And then you would go back out the way you came. I know, it's kind of a maze. Back through the main area of the cats. Back through the main area of the cats. And you would, again, turn this into the adoption coordinators in the little area which is right next to that critter area where you picked up your form to begin with. And once you get in there, they'll check your ID, they'll put you on the list like they always have, and then they'll get you with an adoption coordinator. The adoption coordinators will take you into smaller rooms with your dog or cat. You'll get a chance to meet and greet and see if that's something that you want to do. So that's a little bit of a navigation here at the shelter for getting around the area. One other thing we want to let you know too, our old building opened at 9 a.m. and so you could go in and check out like the cats even though we weren't technically open for adoptions. This building, because we're cleaning in that area that we just walked in and that's going to be the adoption area, nobody can go into those areas until noon when we open for adoption. So it's going to be a little different. The building won't even open until noon now. So when you used to line up maybe at 9 a.m. and put your adoption application in to get a puppy, you may have to just hang out on the front porch because the building won't be opening until 9 a.m. or until noon now that we're in this building, just simply because it's a little tighter and a little more cramped. However, we hope that you'll still come down. We hope that you'll still adopt because obviously we still have some great pets that need homes. We'll be in this building probably for about 9 months. So if you're looking for a dog or a cat this summer or a critter or even a horse, let us know because we've got the animals available and we're happy to show them to you. Maybe a little more inconvenient, but in the end, you're still going to find a great pet that needs a great home like yours. So we hope you'll come and see us here at the 8801 building at the Nebraska Humane Society.
I love to run, but I can't walk a straight line. It's because of my brain. It's been damaged. My previous owner left me unconscious. I still don't know what I did to make her so angry that night. Amazing people found me and gently nursed me back to health. They gave me my second chance. I once overheard a child ask if I'd walk straight again when I got to heaven. Maybe, but right now, I'm enjoying my little piece of heaven on earth.
With summer coming on and the weather getting very, very hot, we need to be careful with our dogs. Dogs only dissipate heat basically by panting. They'll lose a little bit through the pads of their feet, but not very much. So we've always got to be careful. A black dog like Mega here will absorb more heat just because of her color. So we always need to think about those things. Dogs with that brachycephalic face, that pushed in snout, they can't pant as well. So we need to be sure that they don't overheat. There are lots of ways to keep water with you. These fun little bowls. Hello, come here. Fun little bowls. They collapse. They've got a little thing you can hook them on to your belt loop. You can hook them onto the loop end of your dog's leash, but they're flat, and then you pop up this way, you can put water in them. You're done with it, you recollapse it, and it's all good to go. Hook it back on and you're ready to go. You can hook it on your little fanny pack or your treat bag pack or whatever you've got. So they're easy, easy, easy to carry, and that way your dog gets enough water. They're rubber, they're washable. I think they're even dishwasher safe as well, which is a lovely thing. And you can carry them wherever. You can throw them in your car. It's really simple. But that way your dog always has with it some easy way to get water because it's a big important thing in this when the weather gets hot. In yards, flooring, ground that your dog may be walking on, you need to think about AstroTurf gets, this kind of AstroTurf, this green AstroTurf gets really hot. It bakes in the sun. It's plastic. It's hard for the dogs on the dog's paws. Cement that sits in the sun all day, it's really hard on them. Obviously asphalt, parking lots is going to be really, really hot. Even dirt, packed dirt that has no grass on it is just as hot as these things get. So we need to be careful. Dogs shift their weight to keep from having to keep all four paws on. If you have a dog that has, or even a cat that has only 3 limbs, they cannot shift their weight as well. So we need to be careful. They're going to get hot faster and not be able to move and walk as easily. It's great for them to be out. Let them walk on the grass. The other thing you might want to be careful of if you're going to put your dog on the grass more often is wash their feet when they get home. Because with fertilizers and things like that on the grass, we want to get that off before they lick their paws. If they lie in the grass, you know, wipe off their bellies, their underside. Because if they lick up themselves with that fertilizer on the lawn, they're ingesting that fertilizer as well, and we don't want that to happen. Can you sit? Thank you, nice job. Mega here is 11. She's an older dog. She's a senior dog, so we need to be careful with her as well. because she's older. She doesn't move as well. She moves more slowly, so her pads are going to stay on the ground more time. A puppy, a young puppy, their pads are not calloused like an older dog's are because they're just a baby yet. So we always need to think about those things. If you're going to go someplace like, a farmer's market or the art fair downtown, if it's really hot, that's not going to be fun for your dog. So we need to always think about those. It's fun for you, but that's a lot of cement walking on basically bare feet, which we're not going to do. We all have shoes on our feet. So we need to think about those things. That's probably a time not to take your dog out. If you're going to a park where you can get more shade, great time to take your dog with you. Have lots of cooling things with you, lots of water, so it'll be fun for them as well. But heat is hard on dogs, and we always have to be careful of cars as well. So, keep in mind, don't just leave them outside. Young dogs especially sometimes do not have the sense to know to come in out of the heat. And we need to be careful about that. Older dogs that think it's wonderful to be outside, or even a middle-aged dog, we still have to use our good sense for them so that they realize, okay, I've got to get in, because lots of times they won't do that. Keep your dogs safe. Keep them having fun in the summertime. Early morning walks, later in the evening walks are a good thing for them.
So as the weather warms up, there's nothing more fun than taking your dog to the park or down to a lake or someplace to have a good time out in the sun, having fun. However, you never want to leave your dog in the car. Even 10 minutes inside of here can be very dangerous for his health. On a hot summer day, the inside of your car heats up very quickly. The temperatures don't even need to be in the 90s to be dangerous to your dog. Think about this. On an 85-degree day, your car, with windows slightly opened, will reach 102 degrees in 10 minutes. After 30 minutes, the temperature will reach 120. Keep in mind that on hot, humid days, the temps can rise more than 30 degrees per minute. And remember that at 110 degrees, your dog can suffer heat stroke. Why is that? Your dog is actually designed to conserve heat. The only sweat glands he has are in his nose and in the pads of his feet, and those are inadequate to cool him on a hot day. Instead, his cooling process is evaporation through panting. But in a car's closed interior without fresh air, panting won't cool him down. There's no cool air to suck in and pant out the hot air. Once a dog's body temperature reaches 107 degrees, he has little time before suffering brain damage. If you run into an animal that is suffering from the heat, move him into shade or inside the air conditioning immediately. Apply ice packs or cold towels to his head, neck, and chest, or immerse him in cool water. Allow small amounts of hydration, or let him lick ice, and immediately get to your veterinarian. Remember, a good rule of thumb is if it's too hot for you, it's too hot for your pet. So when outside, make sure there's good ventilation, plenty of shade, and plenty of cool water. And don't leave anyone right behind in the car. If you're delayed even a few minutes, you could actually kill your dog.
I love to run, but I can't walk a straight line. It's because of my brain. It's been damaged. My previous owner left me unconscious. I still don't know what I did to make her so angry that night. Amazing people found me and gently nursed me back to health. They gave me my second chance. I once overheard a child ask if I'd walk straight again when I got to heaven. Maybe, but right now, I'm enjoying my little piece of heaven on earth.
I couldn't remember what it meant to fetch, or to shake, or even to run. All I could do was lie down, held captive by my own matted fur, neglected, broken. Incredible people removed the filth and repaired my crippled body. They helped me look and feel and trust like a dog again. I remember someone whispering, "We'll make it better." And after years of abuse, love did just that.
So our first pet of the week or month, or pet that's a spotlight pet, is Diesel. Diesel, will you sit down please, buddy? Sit. Oh my goodness. Diesel is a 10-year-old majority bully breed. And so Diesel is going to have to be muzzled when he goes outside, which is unfortunate for him, but he does pretty well with the muzzling on. He is, like I said, a 10-year-old. Wait, sit down, bud. Let's turn this way so people can see your pretty face. Right here, right here, right here, and sit and look that way and look that way. Yeah. So Diesel's a great guy. He's pretty gentle. He lived with another dog, but actually would prefer to not live with any other dogs. He can meet other dogs. He'll say a quick hi, but a lot of times he gets very nervous when new dogs come up to him that he doesn't know. So this guy needs to be the only guy in the house, the king of the castle. He also doesn't really like to share his food or treats with any other animals. Because he gets a little bit nervous, we have him as no kids under 12. As you approach him, sometimes he gets a little worried, and little kids are right at face level. So we kind of want to make sure that everybody stays safe and he doesn't get too worried about them. But this guy he's a sweetheart. Will you come here, Dee? Come here. And will you sit, please? Will you sit down? I mean, this is his energy level. It's great for walking. He's a fun dog to take out on walks and just kind of hang out with and play out with in the backyard. But as far as being somebody that's super jumpy or super, he's got some torque. Dee, come here. He can pull if he wants to. But he's a great walker, and as far as having good manners, he's got great house manners. He's going to be a great pet for someone. He's been here for a long time. He was with another dog. We had them as a twofer, and they were here for so long that we decided to break them up because we thought maybe that would help get them adopted. And his brother went the first day that they were broken up. I think he's a little older. I think that he's a little quieter. And of course, being a majority bully breed, he's going to need to wear that muzzle. And I think that that's putting some people off. But actually, he is just a lovely boy. Hey, Dee, will you come here a minute? No, he's sniffing where everyone else has gone before him is what's happening. But this boy's a sweetie. I mean, he's a nice guy. I think he'd be a great pet for someone who's just looking for an older pet to give a great home to and to cuddle with on the couch and to have some good companionship. And that is the fabulous Diesel. Our second pet is named Larry. Larry is a young Chihuahua mix. He's about a year old, and he is like lots of Chihuahuas, a little worried and a little wiggly and a little shivery upon meeting new people. And he enters an area and he kind of goes commando on his belly and then goes around and checks things out. But he is, once he gets to know you, he is just a little cuddler. He's going to be a great dog for someone who wants a dog that'll pop up on the couch and cuddle and enjoy loving. Yeah. We have him as needs to meet all members of the family, and the reason why is because little kids love to come up and grab these dogs and hug and squeeze, and that might send Larry right over the edge because he's a little worried. So we want to make sure that the family is appropriately introduced to him, that they know how to deal with him. Maybe if you do have younger kids, that they're okay in working with a dog that's a little bit more bashful. Once he gets to know you though, he loosens up, he goofs around, he play bows, he wants to wiggle and play with you. It's just going to take a little bit. So initially bashful, but upon then meeting the family and getting comfortable with everybody, he will probably be a great little dog and super, super loyal to you. So Larry is a year old, again, a Chi-Chi mix. I know. And a very nice little man. Are you gonna come up and say hi now? Yeah. We're enjoying ourselves, and he just ate the biggest treat on the planet. So Larry, again, probably best with, maybe older kids, but if your kids are pretty good with dogs, you certainly can come and meet. He doesn't have any restrictions, just needs to meet the whole family, needs a family that understands that they need to go slow at first, and needs someone who will love him forever, right, Larry? Oh, I know, you're super cute. And that is Larry for the Nebraska Humane Society's Adoptable Pets.
I love to run, but I can't walk a straight line. It's because of my brain. It's been damaged. My previous owner left me unconscious. I still don't know what I did to make her so angry that night. Amazing people found me and gently nursed me back to health. They gave me my second chance. I once overheard a child ask if I'd walk straight again when I got to heaven. Maybe, but right now, I'm enjoying my little piece of heaven on earth.
Thanks for joining us for The Dish. We'll have a new show once every 2 weeks that'll bring you more training tips and pet health tips, information about events that are going on at the shelter, and things that you as a pet owner can use. So for now, goodbye, but thanks for joining us and have a great week.